All right, waiting for you guys to populate. How are you doing? Woo! How are you doing? I'm waiting to have a healthy population so I don't have to repeat myself. Hello, Sarah Chukwueke, Stanley Nayaba. How are you doing? Richard Gare, you guys are all fine. I'm here with my friend and brother, the Range Rover Doctor, and he's one of the suppliers of this engine oil. Okay, I think I should use the other camera because it's showing reverse. So just check it out. It's called Motul. All right, and to call him, if you see, I use Motul even on my low performance cars like my Toyota. Why? Because Nigerian roads are very bad, and the average Nigerian spends a lot of time in traffic. So your car might have just 5,000 kilometers, but it has actually done the work of maybe 35,000 kilometers. So get really good engine oil if you want your cars to last. So I was asking Mike, I said, Mike, what number do I call? He scribbled it on the dust on this Benz. Can you see? 080-336-4000. That is 080-336-40000. 40,000, sorry. 40,000. 080-3. Let's do it like this. 080-336-40,000. Okay, you guys can see it. By the way, I'm at the Range Rover Doctor's shop. That's the Range Rover Doctor in Jalabia. Instead of him to wear mechanic uniform because he's fixing Porsche and Benz and Range Rovers, he's the only one I could trust with my Range Rover. So anyway, also big shout out to everybody who's listening to us from across the world. The Biodun Fatoyinbo Busola story has been trending for a minute, and there is no way we'd be honest with ourselves if we don't touch on it as the news breaks on a daily basis. So far, we heard the updates that he was invited for questioning, then he was granted bail, and then eventually he met the bail conditions. And now the latest update is that his house was searched and his passport seized while investigations are going on. You can refer to Linda Ikeji's blog for this, and you can also refer to Insta blog for the story. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to ask you, so far with this case, are you satisfied with the police investigation? Let's discuss one-on-one. I'm not going to say anything until everybody has finished speaking. So please, and this particular video, some guy was like, Daddy Freeze, you don't invite anyone into your videos. Unfortunately, I can't invite anyone into, I'm trying to see if I can invite people into the YouTube videos. Oh, unfortunately, I can't. I would have loved to. So he says, all right, somebody said, Mike, the topic is on you now. They say, does he have for diesel engines too?
Yes, for newer diesel engines, they practically use the same
Engine oil.
Yeah.
Okay, so that also depends on your engine or the engine in your vehicle. If it's one of the older ones, you might need to settle for something older. If it's one of the newer ones, then you have no problem. You could use the same engine oil. Okay, so guys, let's discuss this. Are you satisfied with the way I was waiting for Kemi to report this. She's been supporting Pastor Abe since the case started. You know, our stance in the Free Nation has been a very neutral stance. We're following the truth. I stand with Christ. I stand with Yahushua. I stand with the scriptures. I stand with the truth. And I stand with fairness. Eno Akman says, Daddy Freeze, nothing will happen. All they're doing is sakamaje. Where is evidence or proof? Word of mouth will not cut it now. As much as I believe Busola or want to, this case is dead. That's Eno Akman. What is your take? Are you in support of Eno? Today we're having a free... Since I don't have all the evidence, somebody saying his passport taken is a good one. Since I don't have all the evidence on either side, I can only report what the news is reporting and then work with that for us to get to a reasonable, logical conclusion that can be backed by scriptures. Okay, Zulu says it's hard to have an opinion on the investigation because... Sorry, we're at a mechanic workshop, so you guys have to manage. It's hard to have an opinion on the investigation because we don't have any reliable information. The Nigerian police doesn't have a good reputation, so it's easy to be biased. I agree with you on that. The Nigerian police doesn't have a particularly good reputation. But with the good work from people like Okweto Dolakpo, I see her in the media, I don't know her one-on-one, Frank Mba, and other good-meaning people, I am sure with this particular case, the police will be able to put itself on the map when it comes to a proper police force. And so far, so good. It is hard for me to fault what they have done. What is your take, guys? Iduorbo says, good move by the police. However, I believe what Eno says. VCN Media said this investigation is not only based on the allegation issue because other issues came into light via various witnesses. So far, the police are quite professional. All right, I want us to rate the police on this particular investigation on a scale of 1 to 10. Or on a scale of 1 to 100. Let's make it percent so that we can grade them properly. So far, so good. What would you rate the Nigerian police on the Fatoyinbo Dakolo issue? So I'm waiting for you people's 50-50. Praise Keanu says 50-50. OBS, they haven't concluded investigation, so we can't rate them now. Yes, you haven't concluded investigation, but so far so good. What have you seen? It's like we are halfway through the match. You can already tell that the Super Eagles are playing a good game, or Manchester United is playing a bad game. You could tell. Brenda says, I would say the case right now is no longer based on just Busola Dakolo. There are probably other stories connecting they are linking a pattern. There's some probability with that. I wouldn't throw that away. Now, EJ Ifeanyi is suggesting something. He says, the case will be won by who has better connections and influence over the Nigerian police, Timmy or Fatoyinbo. So far we've got some ratings for the Nigerian police force. Iduorbo says 40%. Obi says 80%. Sorry, 60%. Abieyuwa Cruz says 30%. Zulu says, I like your optimism, Daddy Freeze, but I believe it's not a sham when I hear the official outcome. My hopes for the Nigerian institution have all been bashed on all sides. Mary Gold says 60%. Vera Goldie says money will soon change hands. Aigbe says 20%. VCN Media says so far so good. Nigerian police is on 55%. Martin says it's all another drama. Nothing coming out of this. Better Side says 0%. Only Jehovah can read a person's figurative heart, according to Esther Omo. Eno says 40%. Abiodun says 65%. Because we're good time for investigating more than just jumping into conclusions. Okay, that makes sense. Praise for me, I think the bribe he paid wasn't enough, or I think the police wants to use that as an avenue to get more money, since everything in Nigeria is based on connection and money. I don't think money can really play anything in such a high profile case where the wife of the president is tweeting, where the world is looking. I think everybody wants to make sure that there's nothing, they can't be indicted with anything. So Prince Yusuf said 50, Brenda said 70%, John Paul 40%. Johnny Pumpin says the Pentecostal pastors cartel are against Biodun. That's a suggestion. It's a conspiracy theory. We do not have much. We do not have enough evidence to fund that. We do not have enough evidence to disprove or approve that particular theory. So, okay. So we're still discussing this. I want us to be as objective as possible and as honest to ourselves as possible. Sometimes I wish I didn't touch this right from the beginning. I just looked away, but it's impossible for me to look away if I genuinely want to teach the truth about the scriptures. Obuile says a lot of high-profile personalities are interested in this case. Let's wait for the findings. This case will really give Nigerian police force a good reputation to equal information standards. I'm also looking to that. Vera said even some pastors already sided with Busola without evidence. I quite fault that myself. You know, from my very first video, I said, look, the only people who really know what's going on are the two parties involved. Anybody else needs to be extra careful not to be biased, because we're scripturally instructed not to be biased. Theodore Figbele says 40 to 60%. So overall, I can say the Nigerian Zulu says, I agree with you that the police will have to be very careful because of the high-profile nature of the case. That's why they'll have to buy time and hope it boils over. I wish I was wrong. It is well, I need the real truth, justice, and fairness, according to Osa Retin. So, guys, so far, I can say from this discussion, we have arrived at a few conclusions. Conclusion number one, averagely, the average Nigerian is rating the police on this particular issue between 40 and 60%, which compared to where the police force is coming from, I see that as a huge improvement. Don't get your hands dirty or you won't get into my car. That car is dirty. I'm here with Baby Freeze. He's hiding. Our present societal trend will eventually come to play. Good start, but shabby conclusions influenced by monetary weight, according to Babatunde Ogundeko. Okay. So I'm waiting for your comments on this. I wanted us to have a discussion. It is the only thing I can advise is work with facts, work with figures, work with the truth, work with reality. I cannot advise anyone to take any side. Taking sides should be based strictly on your conscience, and you got to evolve good conscience to deal with this. So guys, what is your take? I want to totally round this off in the next 5 minutes max. While investigations are going on, passports seized, house searched, office searched, that's okay. That's in line with investigations, and I cannot fault the Nigerian police. So far, I commend them. I'll give them a little bit more than 60%. On this particular case, I'll give them between 65 and 70%. I'm impressed with the way they're handling the case. They're they're trying very hard to show professionalism. Jerry Price is submitting something. He said Timmy and wife have connections with a Muslim high politicians, and I believe they have been paid. This is true. Inside confirm this before. I should be careful. This is a conspiracy theory. What you just suggested is a conspiracy theory, and we don't do conspiracies right here. So please, if you do not have facts, don't make any submissions on either side. If we're dealing with fairness and we're being honest with ourselves, we can only report the truth as the truth genuinely is. So I'm taking more contributions from you guys. Anything else? Anybody else want to contribute? I hope the police keeps the pace and not making legal mistakes, no rushing into conclusions that may upturn the case to do otherwise. That's from Abiodun Dagunro. Hello, Daddy Freeze, watching live from Abuja. That's Enejo. Walter, Fassa, Jerry. No need for fights. Unverified Mercedes just pulled up. Remember, I'm in the Range Rover doctor's shop, so while I'm waiting for more comments, my prediction is that one of the older prosperity preachers will sue for peace, then Busola will be pressurized to withdraw the charges, and the Nigerian police will happily comply. That's the Nigerian way, according to Zulu. Do you agree with that? Let's see how that works. In the meantime, for those of you abroad, don't forget to use SendWave. Download it now on Android or iOS. And for your very first transaction, remember, this is one of the most reliable, efficient, and fast money transfer means. With SendWave, you could send money from your phone abroad to any bank account in Nigeria. And it's very safe, it's very reliable, very efficient, very fast. Everything you need, and there are no fees ever, not just on your first transaction, but on any transaction after. And with the code DaddyFreeze, DADDYFREEZE, spelled as one word, you get $10 off if you are in the US, and you get £10 off if you are in the UK. So keep that in mind as you transact your business. A lot of you are going to be sending money home this particular holiday, so please make sure you keep that in mind. All right, and how many of you are going to join us in Dubai? Please you need to do this. Join us in, watch out for the updates, watch my YouTube videos, and please don't forget to subscribe. A lot of you don't subscribe to my channel, and a lot of you do not hit the like button. Please, so I can continue making good videos for you, hit the subscribe and the like button. Okay, so final set of comments. I have just one more minute. I'll be rounding this off in exactly 1 minute, so let me know. What is your take? I live in Abu Dhabi and a member of the Free Nation. Obieze, how are you, my brother? The wave is not working here in Canada. Unfortunately for now, in Spain, I'm going to munch this screen so I can actually send this to them. Just hang on 1 second. Let me get this done. Okay. And by the way, it's not wave, it's SendWave. Praise says, I'm in Japan currently. I really love your sincerity when it comes to real life matters. Osa says, hello, Daddy Freeze. This is the right step in the right direction for the Nigerian police force. Watching live from New York. Greetings from Abu Dhabi. Someone said SendWave doesn't work in Italy. Well, yeah, I'm munching the screen so I can forward to them once the video is done. So we can get all your complaints across. Greetings from Manila, Manji. Hello, everyone. So let me round off. I said I had just one more minute, and out of that minute, I have about 30 seconds. So I'm just going to use 30 seconds to round this off in totality. So far, so good. The Nigerian police is doing a good job. I'd say an above average job. So we commend them. It's hard to give commendations to the police force because of what we're used to. And also, we need to have more evidence, and more evidence would be unrooted as the story unfolds. And I will use this as an opportunity to reach out to you guys each time there's breaking news so we can discuss this and have a proper perspective. In the meantime, if you are in Lagos and you need your car serviced, use Motul engine oil. It's slightly more expensive, but it'll give you so much more power in your car and protect your engine from immature wear and tear. And to get Motul oil, just call, better send a text to 080 That is 080 Ask for the Range Rover doctor. Get your Motul supply. Thank me later. God bless you all.